You know, like I always say, Ghanaians have short memory. You can lie to them today, and by tomorrow, they will forget. Let us finish hard. Keep lying to them and get all the votes. The Ashantis, I believe in the lie and are coming out to support. So let's finish hard. For the security forces, let's manage them till we finish the election, then we can flash them out. Okay.
Just a 7 December Druge in summer PPM. And you could pay more ye Asante Mamma, a ye kumasi Asante Regina. Bebrina no muso mubuefu. Omo nkonko to aba. Na MPP aba ne nsanso mapa wo biem. Omo hia MPP aba ne biem. Ene omo ne ye po mo cho so mo nkonko to aba no. Na hye so mo nkonko to aba biem. Na omo ye we na no mo ka so mo ye eye apanya oteso. Because ya nkoto awo mapa wa. NDC baba power. Na ye nim na nsen nsomesi eye kumasi mountain so eye blue light ukopie mu homo a ehese awe ho keke nko 4 stores ni ade ehese ahye na enu na eye kumasi force asam we tie omure mfida na light we eye jashishi ehese esi kumasi eye dum so ene ehese ayede edebaye no mo de no mo ka so mo yo mo ho omo ye apanyo wo so but no mo nim so mo anka so mo ho eno mo ye sai ja hihye but we die omo hu bi da ewo mo wiase eja omo dum no omo ndum endum ehye so mo gu so mo dum na so baby edi awaro sam kese pa ene chese ede bre eye kumase mabontin so eye blue light omo ye ejuma ewo ho nsam we beto ja no na ye bibia ho na ye Saturday ya ejese etwemi omo ye ejuma eye ewo ye blue light ho mo ne ade na cheso omo nyoma ni bia anhye ni ade no ma sori omo ko ejuma omo kopie mo ho ma excavator ene esi hwe achese eji omo store ni ade esisi hwe na ho ene yesesa odonsa ebehwe enum na waka obeka so enka na ye de enim se ye esisi ya ye ho ye mpie nkoto aba na aba na obebo o ma no emma power because sisi ano ode yi lev na ba enyoma nkoye enhine boaye din moko boaye din ntini nkoto aba na nsan so ntena so ene MP NDC beba power na NDC ba power so yenhwe eno na Asante region kujomfo ma chese bi mu enuomo ho ankasa omo enuomo ho pa so omo MP ankoto aba because nkomo koto aba nkenye we enebesi na eye omukopie mu homo na excavator chese isi homo eju no eye onabo amako ene chese NDC for mo chese ensamo na ebusiafo mempese me waste time yenkotie eye kumase dwomu ma no omo ankasa ensamo omodi tuja eseweni ensase yakacho ni wia asanso aba ebitu ho nkomo Isam bebre eka ho aha Kintu TV. Medam ase.
Na Saturday, ye da sore ya yanti asempa yanti wina ne se. Ye maame mo ne anua ma mu digya e wo aduru railways. Omo ba ya, omo shops, omo container, omo ye mu adwuma. Ya bebugu ni nyina.
Na ya be se ma na utie nkomo amanfo do na ara wo se me se na watwi ana eye blue light wo she ya je hu ba bia ma me fo mu digya maranti ne mabawa. So mu hu ba bi kura mo sha bra na sa Musa Sibu. Now, and then so by ya, Rudia, 1 week, no movie down the system. Zuba Dia back over there, shoes, Abatis, my mobile hanging on. I had the other say, oh, my, I was not sure, and I watch him. And now we better do a motor. You know, we get that moment. And we know we better be proper, but let it gun. Then I was one, Kakaka, from Mujo, baby at Nedi Catran. Also, put him ranting in Yasaboka. Obu shop and show blue light. Kakao, Bakuso, once in the was so Maya, and also Sorabaya. They will be in the Master, who may be the Kijimati. Let's say, Chamar Jalan Nuclear Popular Tadim get of Fabian Phone. I'm Arsenal Shalom now. But we're going to come back to one. I'm the mobile and grab what she will do so. But I never have a good man in a man. She never knew to. But my penny, one person, I could say, I'm not never. Everyone deserves a good garden. Maybe better to handle my bottle. Because for sure, you will be at 20 years. Your Baba said, when you man, and the episode said, Mr. Dear part of Massacre. Yeah, you will be the food. Maybe the man is being told again, and I say, by my member, I could say, or my original minister, and any proper response. It looks as if I said, minor show, most of the more than so major Padiabi, and almost study the best way between the other kumasi. Professor Denano, vice president of Ghana, and Seneca, then I am Mamma from Buga, a gas now what you can tell me, I am Timonka, most of the brain, and the Kumasi before, every local car, there's only go school and go on the treasure. If a car got to say, I'm a memory, I will go school, I'm a gun, or Tinaya, or they can never I am a trade number Tonyama. I am a said, I say, my money, my so good, it is a lady said Zuba now on one pet KM, one in our belly. I'm my other people beside your marriage, and the Asramo. I'm a man who makes them say, my man, and my. I'm also say, I'm not
as a middle bencher 2013 when I was a backbencher, and the leadership positioned some of us to be in the middle bench to throw the punches, so they would come in when your back is against the wall. So that was what I did as a first timer. Although I was supposed to be a backbencher, but I was pushed into the middle bench to do the advocacy in opposition. Then we came into government. I didn't make it into leadership, but then I still had to stay in the middle bench to be giving it back, because you see, if you don't push back, your back would always be against the wall. So that was a role that was assigned to me. And I did that for first 4 years, and then I had to come into leadership as deputy. And Che would always reserve the big days for me. So he would prepare me when some people say, I am boisterous. That one is also coming from you.
That's true.
I have to accept it because it's a role I have to play. He knows procedure, and he also knows the rules, but he has my advocacy as a lawyer, and he needed that strength. So we will prepare on debate. We will prepare, and also deputy leader, these are the lines you have to take. But you don't have to underestimate NDC. You know, MPP, we are like a middle class party. NDC has its roots from the revolution and it's a grassroots party. So when you are dealing with NDC and you go the, a crutchy-full way, you will stay in opposition forever. So you need to strategize. It's a mix of when you have to negotiate, when you have to punch, and when you have to lay back and all. So you realize that, especially in the last 4 years, it was 137, 137. Pound for pound, almost on daily basis. And these are the strong team. The Ablakwas, the Suhinis, the Defiamapos, Ayargas, they were there. And they had a strong leadership. All of them could punch the same weight. And outside, our strong men were in government. And we had some other MPs whose energy levels were not as strong enough to face the other side. So on any given day, you have about 10 hitting on government, setting all manner of agenda. I was alone. And I had to carry all on my shoulders. So seeing me boisterous, seeing me punching, it was a necessary intervention. And for instance, when I eventually became a majority leader and speaker ruled against us, people said, oh, why didn't you negotiate? Why did you run to the Supreme Court? Look, all doors were shut.
All doors were shut?
All doors were shut.
In terms of
engagement. People didn't realize that it was close to election. Speaker would be can never be neutral. Speaker has a party. And I knew that Speaker was also doing the bidding of his party. All right? The pressure that I put on him, he received, if not more, similar pressure from his party. But what am I saying? Over. You see, so this was a situation where we had gone to engage him. And looking at the situation, he was only going to listen to us and not to rule. And I'm the leader. He rules and says that I've declared 4 seats vacant. What that meant practically was that I was a minority leader. What that meant practically was that there could be no government business. What that meant was that the committee leadership would also have to change, committee composition. People didn't know what that meant. Committee composition. What it meant also was that the new majority, if it had been allowed to stay, will now dictate to government what government should do. And our friends were poised to do that politics. There was no way for me. So I had to now seek interpretation, which I did. And now minority leader. But we went into an election, very bruised. We expected, we were looking forward to winning. We didn't win. And even so, the performance in Parliament was not what we expected. That even if we lose, we should come back with some 130 seat, 120 seat, or in the worst case, 100. Now we are back to our 1997 squad, where they were 61, NDC 133. So